So yesterday, Kings Island put out a tweet that they had some really big news for us today, and guess what?
They hit us with it. And for all you people out there saying, you silly enthusiasts, they aren't getting any new rides, well, guess what? Kings Island is definitely investing in some capital investments. We have 2 new rides. We have a themed area coming, a new restaurant, and the Mercado. This is a great addition to Kings Island. We can't wait to go into detail about this with you guys. So, the first thing coming to Kings Island is the new themed area, Adventure Port. And how are you feeling about this? Because honestly, I think it's a great new addition. The Mercado looks great. I like the theming of Adventure Express, how they said they're going to go over and re-theme it a little bit, and all the stone walls outside the front. So, I think that's great. How are you feeling about it?
I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I want to book my room for opening day already.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to get there. And I'm not the biggest on the flat rides here, the Soul Spin and the cargo one, but we're going to give them a try. I mean, the teacups is, if you download the image from Kings Island, it actually says teacups. So the cargo's going to be a teacups type of ride. And then we have the Soul Spin, which I've never ridden one before. You've never ridden one before. And we're going to dive into our thoughts on that next. So my first thought when I saw the Soul Spin was, this is a throwback to the old Kings Island ride. It reminds me of the Witch's Wheel, and I'm not exactly sure what Kings Island used to call it, but I do know that they had an old Witch's Wheel type of ride. Did you ever get to ride a Witch's Wheel?
I rode the one at Cedar Point with Grandma.
How'd you feel about that one?
Hated it.
Hated them? So how are you thinking about this new one? You think it's going to be a fun ride, or are you kind of nervous about it?
I'm thinking I might take some Dramamine before I get on that thing.
I'm going to try it one time for sure, at least, because it looks like a cool little addition to the area. But the first thing I thought of when I saw it was the throwback to the old ride at Kings Island, because you see the old pictures. I believe it was made by Huss back then.
Yep.
But now this is the new reimagined version of it, and I'm kind of excited to try it out because I never got to ride the Witch's Wheel. I was never really into it. So it's one of those things that I'll try once for sure, and we're going to find out if it's actually as exciting as everybody says. So the second thing I thought of was how Kings Island is doing this expansion, and Carowinds is getting the aeronautical landing, and they're getting the new Zamperla air race, right?
Yep.
So we're starting to think that they got a good deal on some rides from Zamperla, because this is coming from Zamperla as well. The Soul Spin is a Zamperla ride, and this is their introduction to the Cedar Fair Park, so it's beneficial for both parties, honestly, because we get new editions of like these Witches Wheels, and they get to put their foot in the door in the major U.S. markets and the major Cedar Point market. You know, I mean, like all these places, it's kind of crazy because the Wild Mouse is too.
They're hitting them kind of hard. I feel like, I mean,
it's
all
awesome.
1 year, they're putting all these rides in so many different parks in the U.S. It's just going to be like boom.
Yeah, it's so cool with them.
It's either going to be a love or hate relationship, but
and I mean, if they're reliable, they're reliable. So if they're reliable off the rip, then obviously the return on investment is going to be great for everybody. So the next one we're going to get into is the Cargo Loco, and the one thing that really interested me was the Aero Company thing in the description, because that was a nice little throwback. I thought that was great, and then being like a shipping port, the whole Adventure Port theming area, and being in a barrel on a teacup, like that's one of the most unique. That's got to be one of the most unique uses of a teacup theming I've ever seen.
And it is reminiscent of a ride that Kings Island used to have that was very similarly looking like.
Yeah, exactly. And cool, I forget the name of that one too, but it's one of those things that
I wrote that one. That old one.
Yeah. I remember you telling me you wrote it when we were watching the video earlier, and that's just like. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to ride it once. I don't do like the scramblers or anything or teacups. I've never really done them, but being in a barrel like that in the whole themed area, the Adventure Port, like I guess I got to experience it once because the area looks wonderful. Alrighty, so next thing we're going to talk about is the restaurant edition. It's going to be going from Hank's to
Enrique's.
Now, you're going to be the one talking about this the most because personally, I don't really care for the theme park food, amusement park food. I'm not there to eat food there, so I'm going to let her take it away.
Because I'm really hoping it's like authentic Mexican food, because I lived in Southwest Detroit and had real good food, so I'm praying for it. The only thing I'd like to see added to that is maybe a Mexican street corn cart. Yum, yum, yum.
For like the Halloween haunt too?
Yes.
The sweet corn or something there?
Yep.
See, I'm not even into that, and I'm into it. You know what I mean? I'd be interested in that. That'd be a super fun thing, and I don't really, like I said, the theme park food isn't for me, so she's going to be the one doing all the taste testing. I'm just there for some Powerade and to get back to the roller coasters. All right, so now on to the Mercado.
I think the Mercado is going to be like a seating area for eating from Enrique's. I think they're going to offer some alcoholic beverages for people, And I do believe they may put a souvenir shop to be like the rest of the theming.
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool if you ask me. I'm interested in it. It's a place to celebrate life,
down
and I mean
for it,
we're
yeah.
all living, and when you're at the theme park, there's nothing better than life. So I think that's going to be a nice little hopping addition to the place because who doesn't want
It
that?
looks bright and cheery
yeah,
too.
bright and cheery. I mean, like you can't be mad there, and if you are, just I mean, come on,
Go
guys.
home.
This is a wonderful thing to be a part of, seeing this experience, the whole new theming, and like honestly, Adventure Express, the whole new theming outside of it. That's exciting to me because I remember
Yes.
saying at the Halloween haunt that
Yep.
it's so dark. Like if it was just lit up a bit more people might go ride that because it's a great mine ride.
So now that we're gone through everything, I think we're going to take some time and we're hopefully going to be able to get some progress on this throughout the off season. We're going to be looking.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be at Winterfest for sure, so maybe
Yep.
they'll have some things started by then. I would assume they would because that's a whole month away. The announcement's been made, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they want to get this rolling. They did wait until kind of late in the year. Everyone was confused why they didn't do it with the Cedar Fair chain-wide announcements. And to be honest with you, I think it was because they were waiting to surprise us. I mean,
Yeah.
Worlds of Fun had their celebration recently, and that was cool to get with the Cedar Fair announcement. But as far as the chain-wide thing goes, I think it was just an experiment at this point. So we're going to see how it goes. I liked it too, but I also like this random surprise overnight and not,
Being
keeping
disappointed
us.
all at once.
Yeah, it was it was
Getting
a
happy
fantastic
stuff,
yeah, it was
right?
a good experience this time. All right, so there you have it. Those are the new additions coming to Kings Island in 2023. Let us know down in the comments how you guys feel about it because I know it's not a new roller coaster. I know it was overnight and we're still kind of simmering on the
Theming's
news that
still
we got.
awesome.
It's an amazing new addition and we're pretty excited about it. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe if you liked what you guys saw. And as always, keep riding roller coasters. We're going to have a great time there next year.
yeah.
We can't wait to see it. This is Jared. That's Stacy. We're Ghoster Coasters.
Woo-hoo.
Have a great night.